Welcome. Today is 7th October 2024, and the important takeaways from today's newspaper are in page number 3, there is an article about the child marriages and titled Aiming to Eradicate Child Marriage by 2026, says Assam CM. So, crackdown has improved infant and maternal mortality rates, says Himanta, as he disperses first installment at the Nijut Moina scheme. And Nijut Moina scheme is about providing money for the girls to receive a fixed monthly payment to pursue higher education on the condition that they remain unmarried till the completion of their ages. So now we look on the child marriages overview in India. So, child marriages, basically, uh, child marriages, it is estimated that around 24 million child brides are there in India. And according to the National Family Health Survey, it estimates that 40% of the 60 million child marriages worldwide occur in India. And India is the 14th highest rate of child marriages in the world. It is according to the International Center for Research on Women. And because different marriage traditions and customs exist throughout regions, castes, and tribes. And the northwest of the country has greater rates of child marriages than the southeast. And the states with the highest rate of child marriages are Bihar, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. And these occupies 50% and or more than the child marriages that occur in India. And when you see the state-wise pattern, so the West Bengal has the highest, greatest number of child marriages, and among the states, it contributes to around 42% of the marriages in India. And Bihar and Tripura are closely around 40% each. And surprisingly, the decline in child marriages was very minimal at these states like West Bengal, Bihar, and Tripura. And Goa, Himachal Pradesh, and Kerala, it's contributed to about 6 to 7% of the child marriages. And now, what are the reasons for the child marriages in India are? One is patriarchy, patriarchal ideals that the primary cause of early marriage is the fervent desire to maintain a girl's virginity in order to retain the family's honor. Those things are going on. And there are religious norms which are and regressive customs also. And also because as inflation is very much in India, the parents are worrying about the rising cost of the marriages. And to marry their girls off, and in order to save money due to the escalating costs and all, parents are very eager to conduct the child marriages also. And many people are in poverty. Due to poverty also, they want to prefer to send off their daughter as soon as possible. And there are obviously the caste disparities and lack of education also. And the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act uh, is also there. It contains a loophole that it permits child marriage to continue when the girl reached the age of 18, and even if it does not make them unlawful. And in many instances, the authorities don't take action against people who are responsible for marrying of youngsters. And since there is a window of opportunity for the girls' agreement also, and there is a issue of fake certificates of age. And even in COVID-19 pandemic, this situation have become more worse. And according to Lancet publication, the COVID-19 have put about 2.5 million young people under the age of 18 at risk of being married in the next coming years. And when you look on the consequences of child marriages, uh, the health indicators, it will become vulnerable because of the engaged pregnancy. And also the infant born for the young moms, they have high mortality rates. And there are many health issues surrounding it also. And there is domestic violence and abuse. And because of that, the girl child can't uh, what she can't handle those post-traumatic stress, depression, etc. And the financial security, the capacity of women to contribute to society, those things, it will limit the child. And also the young illiterate mothers are less likely to have children who will pursue higher education. And because of this, the cycle of poor literacy and scarce job possibilities will increase if the mother is denied of the education. If that woman who have married in 18 years, if she would have studied well in her college, she would have done a better thing in her life. And by hereditary, it follows to the children also, it will impact indirectly. And there are many fertility related problems, and reproductive health also. The reproductive health is also so much vulnerable for these things. And there are many measures that is taken by the government to avoid child marriages. And there is IPC section 1860, the age of consent bill 1927. And also there is a POXO Act. And under POX Act, if under 18, if the girl is married, and if sexual intercourse, if she got pregnancy, then it is considered as a rape, and those things are there. And there is a Act of Compulsory Registration of Marriage as Act 2006. It's called as Wedding Act. And yeah, some compulsory, the couples should register their marriage within 10 days. And there is a Women Council also. So there is Ministry of Child and Women Empowerment, and there is Right to Education Act 2009. So these things are there, and the way forward is to like strictly enforce the law, to make strict laws. And there are many one scheme called Beti Bachao Beti Padhao. And the teenage girls should require, I mean, particular policies with the coverage of schemes that's been expanded, effective, and efficient in cash transfers. So those things are there. And so, what are the constitutional provisions for the protection of child marriage? Is there is prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006, and the constitutional provisions like Article 21. It is right to life and personal liberty. In that, the child marriages, it violates the right to live and live with dignity. And Article 14, gender equality is impacted. And also the Sustainable Development Goal 5, which aims to eliminate child early and forced marriages. 2013 gender equality related things are there. And according to UNICEF report 2019, India accounts for one third of the world's child brides. And according to 2011 census data, 23.3% women who are aged 20 to 24 are married before the legal age of 18. Those things are there. And there is Kanyashree scheme is going on. And now the government of Assam, it have launched the Nijut Moina scheme. So Nijut means lakh, means 1 lakh, and Moina means generally it's a bird, and it's referred to a young girl in Assam language. So it means lack of girl, something lakh, LAKH. And according under this scheme, the government aims to address child marriages, and it promotes higher education among girls. And they will give some stipend around 1,000 for higher secondary students, and 1,250 for degree students, and 2,500 for post graduate students monthly. And the key objectives of this scheme is to combat child marriage by 2026, promote higher education, uh, and the condition for eligibility is those children who are beneficiaries, those people should not belong to the political families. And rest are all people are eligible, and they should have regular attendance. They should perform very good academic performance, and they should remain disciplined. These three things were said by the CM of Assam, that is mentioned in the newspaper. And that's all. We'll switch to the next article. So just scroll. Today there is an editorial. It's about a three-tier war in West Asia with no end game. So he's saying that there is no end game for this war between Iran, Iraq, uh, Iran, Israel, and Palestine, those things. And these editorials are continuing every day about that particular issue. And just know it's just know that what is the issue going on, and what are the like positivities, negativities, and how the issue is affecting the world, and what are the power dynamics. That's it. And other than opinions, it's not required, because daily 10-20 articles will come on this issue. So now we are not doing this. And Second article, it's about travesty of justice. Some ECI political parties, rape, murder, something is given. It's about the bureaucracy, political class nexus, something they have given. It's not important for UPSC for today. And the opinion in page number 7, the Minister of State for Skill Development on Entrepreneurship, the Government of India, he have given his opinion about the skill development. So he have said some good statements and which we can use in our essay paper also. One is education and skill development have always been the twin pillars of any nation's progress. Together, they bridge the gap between the dreams of youth and the reality of prosperous self-reliant India that is there. And he's also saying that the future of youth lies in the meeting of education and skill development, where schools nurture creativity and values, and skill programs prepare professionals to lead in emerging industries. And he's also saying that the education, it goes beyond academics. It is about preparing youth to engage with the world and to think critically and to solve the problems creatively. So skill development is all about how you live. And he's also very proud that our India have participated in the World Skills Competition in the France, and the 60 of most skilled participant, they have competed around in across 50 disciplines, and this shows that the India have a capacity to be the skill capital of the world. And so in that vision is to see India rise to the top world skills leaderboard. So we have also telling about the milestone about the model skill loan scheme, and also an industry-driven approach has been central to all these efforts, he was saying. And he was also saying about the skill development programs between India and Malaysia. So these things are there. Uh, just know about the skill development and how it is going on and what can be the way forward. In that, one way forward is to collaborate with the international, I mean, other countries for import and export of skill things that can be done. And so just scroll. So the varied voting trends in Jammu and Kashmir have given. It's not much important right now. Uh, in the page number 8, the text and context, they have given an article about the civil war that's going in Sudan. And Sudan is a country in the Africa. It borders the Red Sea, and it is the south side of the Egypt, and right side of the Chad, and north of the South Sudan. And it also borders with the Eritrea, Ethiopia, Egypt, Libya, Chad, and Central African Republic. So there is a crisis going on, and the gist is that uh, there are two military forces named the SAF and the RSF. So they are fighting. They are basically having conflict for the power. Okay, so now we'll see what is the issue and what's going on there. So they have given a Sudan map and something about the military people, rapid support forces, that is RSF, and Sudanese armed forces, SAF. So uh, between them, the power struggle is going on, and it's led by some Muhammad Hamdan. The name is given, and what's happening because of this is the 2 million people have took refugees in neighboring countries like Chad, South Sudan, and Ethiopia, which are neighboring countries. And the refugees camps were overflown, and it have raised the concerns in Europe, and those things are happening. And many migrants, one migrant boat have drowned in the Tunisia and Italy route. So many people have died, and this happening due to the ethnic clashes along the South Sudan, Ethiopia, and Eritrea borders. And so that is all happening. So we'll see the holistic view of why this is happening and what's going on. So the conflict between the SAF, that is Sudanese Armed Forces, and Rapid Support Forces, it have begun in April 2023, and because they have disagreements over integrating the RSF into the national military. So the government want to integrate the RSF, that is Rapid Support Forces, into the national military, uh, and it want to make the part of broader security sector reforms in order to. And because of this, there are about 16,000 people have died according to a report. And this was initially focused in Khartoum. Some regions have been given, and there are ethnic tensions, particularly in Darfur tribe. And what is the humanitarian impact is about 7.3 million internally displaced due to this war, and the 2.9 million people are malnourished. They don't have food to eat, and the fears of famine is also have been growing. And these the SAF and RSF have acquiring the weapons from Turkey, Russia, and some says is India also. And also there is one that country, it is making the dummy weapons which look same like the original one. So that uh, is also there. So remember that some ethnic conflict is going in the Darfur, between the Darfur, and it have begun in 2003. So there are ethnic groups like Fur, Jagawa, and Masalit. So so these things are there, and so they are targeting of ethnic groups. So basically, there is a civilians from non-Arab communities, especially the Masalit. They are attacked by the RSF forces, and this is leading to the ethnic cleansing. So that is all about the Sudan crisis. Yeah. So we'll switch to the next article. Uh, Muzu to meet Modi requests India support over looming economic crisis. So the external minister, Mr. Jaishankar, have met with Maldives president Mohammad Muzu. So they met on Delhi. So what are the uh, so they seek to expect the currency swaps arrangement, and now we'll see the India and Maldives relationships, how it is going on. So what is the significance of Maldives for India is one is the strategic importance. So Maldives, it is about 70 nautical miles away from Minicoy, and it's about 300 nautical miles away from India's west coast. So that is one thing, and it is also situated, situated at the hub of commercial sea lanes, and it has also potential to allow the third nations naval presence in the area also. And there are geopolitical interests for both the countries, because India want to make Indian Ocean a conflict-free zone, and it want to restore its status as a sea of tranquil, that is there. And also the geopolitical interest is India want to secure its sea lanes of communication for fighting piracy and sea-based terrorism. Uh, and what is the China's angle is there is a perils in China. So there is a string of perils policy of China that is there. And when you look on the internal security, in the past, the number of Maldivians uh, are drawn to the towards the terrorist groups like Islamic State, and there is a political instability and socio-economic uncertainty also. And these things are leading to the rapid Islamist radicalism, and the other things are uh, so there is this particular internal security angle. When you see, it will give rise to the possibility of remote Maldivian islands, and they can use those islands as a launch pad for terrorist attacks against India, because again Maldives is very near to the India. So the when we look on bilateral relations, both countries, they have started their diplomatic relations in 1965, and there is one operation called Operation Cactus, which the Indian Armed Forces helped the government of Maldives in the neutralization of the military coup attempt. So, and also India have assisted very well in 2004 tsunami, and also in a water crisis in Malay in December 2014. And as you know, that India is highest producing country for the pharmacy. So it have also sent about 30,000 doses of measles vaccine in 2020 also. And when you look on security and defense cooperation, so this Maldivian National Defense Force, it is meeting around 70% of their defense requirements. And India have also trained 1,500 MDNF trainees over the past 10 years. Okay, and the development cooperation, when you look, so there is a major ongoing developmental assistant projects also by Maldives Institute of Technical Education, and also hospitality and tourism studies. So both education also is going well, and there are some connectivity projects also, like there is water and sanitations in 34 islands, and there is a cancer hospital. So these things are going on. So overallly, it is good, but the tourism aspect uh, is also there, and India have formed the largest group of tourists, and over 2 lakhs travelers are there for every year here going. So that's all about the Maldives and India relations. And we'll switch the next article. Judiciary legislature have no executive authority, says the Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. Just analyze this statement. And that's all for today. Uh, have a great day. Good night.